Hi Taurus, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are just doing a bit of a check-in for everything, see how we're coping with this crazy retrograde energy, how we're going to get through the rest of the week, the rest of the month with all of that. We have just come off that full moon as well, so make sure you go back and check out the full moon shadow work reading if you haven't already. We will also check in on love and romance and focusing on intimacy. But this week we are using the intuitive oracle cards. I also have here the Love Angel Oracle, and the Lenormand deck we have this week is the Floral Lenormand. Okay, so getting into it for you, Taurus. Taurus, what's going on for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know? How do we help Taurus get through the rest of the week, the rest of the month? One more, Taurus. Whoa, okay, cool. There we go. They wanted to come out nice and easy for you, Taurus. Interesting thing is, I just bumped, as I was putting that deck down, I just bumped one of the Lenormand cards. So I am going to count that in that top portion here for the general, how to get through the energy. We have here the leap of faith. Follow your intuition and take that courageous leap of faith. Okay, so trust yourself and trust that, the things that you want you back, that the energy is really working in your favor. It's going to feel like it may be this giant leap of faith where I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know, for some of you, I feel like there's this energy of, I don't know what I'm going to do about money while I take this risk. I do feel as though money is a big concern that is holding you back for a lot of you here. But we do have the stars have come out with that Lenormand. All right, so I feel like this is, you leaping into space, we see you sort of leaping off this cliff into this whirling vortex of space, and the stars, celestial energy up there in space. But it does really talk about, wishing upon a star and, the things that you truly dream about and desire in this world, and having a little bit of hope and optimism that, taking that leap is really going to be worth it, and that, yes, you can reach the stars here as long as you just jump, Taurus. We do also have here soul connection. Okay, so it's being drawn to me here that I'm hearing the phrase cresting like a wave. Your soul connection with your wishes. I feel like it's your intuition is really guiding you towards something specific here. Connect deeply with your soul and discover your true self. So this is really something that is very, very personal to you, a wish that you have deep down. For some of you, you may not have even voiced that wish to anybody here, but connecting truly to your soul and knowing that, will I ever truly be happy in this world if I don't at least try to, aspire to this wish, to this goal that I have here. For a lot of you, this is soul purpose kind of stuff. Any clarity you want to give Taurus here in regards to this wish, this, connecting with themselves and taking a leap of faith into the unknown here? Okay, so very interesting message, because it's kind of telling me, high risk, high reward, but those risks don't come without a bit of tension. All right, we have the whip coming through here first. So, you've probably been very conflicted about, if this is something that is realistic in your life. I don't feel as though if it's a realistic option for you matters at this point. It's all about following your heart here, whether it seems logical, rational, realistic in the 3D at all. I kind of feel as though that's a secondary concern here. The materialistic side of things and the secondary concerns of will this even work? Does this even make sense? They're not necessarily as important as you're giving them credit for. It's all about, I'm just getting this deep energy here, Taurus, of you, you know, can you really live with yourself if you don't at least try? Do you want to look back at your life 10 years from now and not at least try? Not have at least known that you at least tried, or that you at least, gave it a good chance. You took a leap of faith and tried. If it fails, we can deal with that then. But I feel like it's not going to. It does feel like there is a lot of connection here with this. For some of you, you don't even know exactly what this is yet. You just know that there's something more, that there's something that your life is asking of you, and it's something deep within you that I feel like for a lot of you, you're just too afraid to see it as a possible thing. So you're totally ignoring that even exists deep down within you. Because, the reality of logic of things, you're putting your mind in, blocking the truth of your heart here, the truth of that deeper space within you that really does desire this. But we do say, like, it's come through here with the scythe coming through from that as well. So I'm not going to lie. Yes, there is going to be struggle. Yes, there is going to be drama, tension, trouble connected with this. But that's kind of like a breaking free from the trouble energy as well. So it does feel as though that's why it's a high risk, okay? Because you're jumping off this cliff, and on the way down, in order to, get to the bottom, on the way down, you go through a rose bush, and there's thorns scratching at you. There's, things like that trying to impede your fall. So you do maybe collect a couple of scratches on the way down, but eventually you get to where you want to go. And it's kind of like, well, high risk, high reward. So it's kind of worth the risk, because if you get to the bottom, that's where the treasure really is. And you've hit the bottom of this treasure trove for your own self, your own happiness, your own life. I am getting a strong connection with money, that you are very, very fearful of money, and especially, at the jumping off the cliff side of things, and yes, I'm not going to lie, it may be a bit of a struggle on the way to the goal being completed here. But, it out of nowhere, that changes. And it happens very, very quickly. It's kind of giving me the energy of somebody starting a brand new business going, I'm taking this big risk. I'm going to start this new business. I don't know how it's going to go. And at first it's hard. It's a struggle. You're trying to get off the ground. But then, it's like you go viral overnight, and all of a sudden you've got more orders than you can even handle. It's kind of giving me that energy. And with the strong connection here with money, I do feel that for a lot of you, this actually might be something like that, where you really want to start your own business. You really want to start this or that, and we see that leads you very, very quickly, to the feminine energy, where this is something that you are then able to nurture. It's something that is very close to your heart. That's something that, there's so much passion and nurturing energy and growth and expansion and maturity, and that inner wisdom coming from your emotions of, what I've put in the hard work, I've done it hard, and now I'm here. So it's kind of it's earning favor, earning your wish through trial and tribulation. It's earning it. It's not just it being thrust in your lap. You're really earning it here. But it does involve taking a bit of a chance, a bit of a, I'm going to jump off this cliff and see what happens kind of energy. So it is coming through pretty specifically there. So I do feel for a lot of you, this is business related, career related, that sort of stuff. Very connected to your money flow somehow, investments and things like that. So keep an eye out. It's probably going to be tomorrow upload that I will be looking into career and finances. So I feel like there may be something coming through in that future reading for you, Taurus, that may delve into that side of stuff a little bit more, so that, you can be a little bit more prepared for that. I may just make a note here to check that specifically. I've just written a note here so that when I do that reading, and that I'll probably upload it tomorrow, if not the next day, I'll specifically check in for you, Taurus, on this energy. Okay. Love and romance. What's going on for love and romance with our Taurus? Leave your fears behind. So I feel like this is just connected to that general energy there. They're stopping this relationship from blossoming. So this relationship with your own soul, your own self, your fear is stopping you from taking that leap here. Okay, so that's connecting to that here. We do have third-party situation coming through when it does talk about love and romance. It does say other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. But once again, I'm not feeling it's necessarily strictly what it says there. I don't necessarily feel like this is other people, that are acting as the third party to this relationship. I do feel for you, Taurus, that this is stuff. It's life, circumstance. There's some stuff going on around your energy at the moment that it's just taking the focus away from your relationships and your connections when it comes to love and romance. So whether you are in a current connection or not, there's just some other stuff taking up focus at the moment, whether it be for your person or for yourself. I am picking up things like, it's time to focus on job and career and money at the moment for a lot of you here, Taurus. Is what I'm sort of picking up just generally with that energy. But we'll look at more specifically at intimacy for you. So not just physical intimacy, but emotional intimacy as well. Taurus, what's going on for Taurus with physical and emotional intimacy, please? Physical and emotional intimacy for Taurus. We do have the cross coming through here first. It was sort of coming out, it felt like it flipped and it flipped itself around a few times as it came out here. So it does feel like there's some responsibilities, some burdens that are sort of taking your mind off other things at the moment. So, connecting back to that third party energy that we saw there, there is just some burdens, some responsibilities. So, if you're so stressed about how am I going to pay my bills this week, that sort of stuff, of course, physical and emotional intimacy are not at the forefront of your energy at the moment. But it does sort of let us know that there is the potential here for a lot of intimacy on a spiritual level. All right. So I do feel as though this is, because we do see here also the book has come through next. So that would sort of tell me that, learning more about somebody. So if you are trying to connect with somebody on an intimate or a physical level this week, that doing so by learning more about them, or you may know quite a lot about them already, but delving a little bit deeper into your knowledge of this person, and especially religious-based, spiritual-based communication is going to be really strong for you here, and help create that intimate connection between yourself and somebody, because we do really get I'm hearing understanding your destiny. Understanding your destiny with this person, and maybe letting them know that this is what I understand as our destiny together, and this is what, asking them what they understand the destiny between the two of you, because it is a strong destiny energy, and having faith that there will always be something more to learn about each other. As well, that you're never going to kind of get bored with this person, I feel, and it's kind of connecting on a very intelligence-based level, and talking about spiritual stuff, and what do you believe, what do I believe, that sort of stuff is actually really strengthening this bond in a very intimate way at the moment. So I know that It's not necessarily on your mind hugely at the moment, but the more that you're learning about each other on a very spiritual level at the moment, and it can even just be, I'm even just getting, for some of you, it's like the wackiest stuff too, like talking to each other about alien conspiracies and, going down those weird sort of rabbit holes. Because I'm kind of getting, you're keeping it very light-hearted in the way that you're learning about each other, and unraveling the mysteries of this person, and just thinking about what's something really random I don't know about this person. What's something really random that I've not actually shared with this person? Because we do see reciprocal energy here as well, the bouquet. So giving as much as you're getting on a intellectual level with this person. So once again, I do feel once again we are having a lot of conversations at the moment, and creating intimacy through knowledge about each other and educating ourselves more about our spiritual connection, our destiny together, but also just in the physical sense, give and receive. Okay, it's both. It's going both ways. All right. So on a very physical level, make sure you are giving as much as you're receiving. All right. Make sure that you're receiving as much as you are giving. All right. Gift energy, very strong here as well. It is almost your birthday, Taurus. So, that's probably why that's coming through here. But, presenting yourself as a gift to this person, and, seeing this person as a gift to you is really going to help out in the boudoir this week as well. All right. So, unwrapping the secrets of each other a little bit here. So very intellectual based connection this week, but that's very connecting you both on the spiritual and physical as well. So for some of you, I do want to say here, on a physical level as well, you may want to learn a little bit more about how can we incorporate spiritual connection into the bedroom stuff. So looking into things like the Kama Sutra and all that sort of stuff. Literally just go and Google how to bring spirituality into sex. I feel like there might be something there for you as well, Taurus. It may help further this connection, as well. But there you go. That's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again soon.